Hey guys, what is going on? This is Spartan. Now, before I start the video, I want to give a huge thanks to Dodijkstra from BNA Striker for making this video possible. You are a great person, and you're the only reason why this video is happening right now. So, today I'll be reviewing the Hellshot, Deadshot, and Killshot. So, it's a triple unit review with all three of those units. So, they were all prizes from the arena. I'm just gonna go add to my own area since I have left some invasions there. They're all arena prizes. The Hellshot was for the top three. The Deadshot was for the top, what was it, 25? And the Killshot was for the top 50 based on what I remember. I think I got that right. So I'm just going to go visit my area because I know that I haven't cleared it out for sure, so I can show off these units. Now, if you've seen my video on the missions part on Navy missions part 4, you know that I am a huge fan of these units already. So I just really think they're awesome units, and I only have a kill shot personally, so I can't imagine how insane the other two are. So let's go for some silver wolves at first. So here they are. Here's all three of them. The Hellshot looks pretty badass. The Killshot looks awesome as always, and the Deadshot also looks pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of its colors though. Alright, so the Hellshot is the most powerful of the trio, obviously being the hardest to achieve. Then the Deadshot is somewhere in the middle. The Killshot is the weakest, but that's not saying much since these are still extremely powerful units. So they all have basically three attacks: a piercing shot, this is called a quick shot, but it hits 3 units with some splash damage to this area, and what was it, like, aerial particle beam, which can hit the entire field and takes two turns of prep time. So I'm gonna start with the quick shot as it's an attack that I've learned to really like, as it can hit multiple units. I think it does full damage to these two. No. It does full damage here, then it starts dropping off a little. Not a big deal. Still does crazy damage, especially when it crits. And let me tell you, this thing will crit a lot. So the piercing shot, basic armor piercing shot and such, does good damage. Hits ground and air at the same time. There's full damage for the first 2 tiles, and there's slight drop off on the third one, based on what I've seen on the Wikia. No crits there, but doesn't really matter. Alright, it's done that again, so I'm gonna pull well, it can hit almost the entire field. So I'm going to use the aerial particle beam, which is personally my favorite attack just because of its animation. It looks really cool. It can also light units on fire, even though that tends to not happen often for one reason or another. Still though, all three of these units are extremely powerful, just like the previous arena units. And that's really all you can say about them. They're just flat out awesome units, and I'd say they're some of Z2's best work. Or King's, Z2 King. I'm not sure what to call him anymore at this point. Personally, if you ask me, I like these more than the previous arena units, mainly because I'm a huge fan of sniper units, and their sniper units just don't have much use anymore in Battle Nations, mainly because they're so outclassed by everything else. But these units just seem to bring them back, as they are extremely powerful, deal high damage, and can actually take a few hits. So as you can see, they all do some ridiculous damage. Let's just do one more battle on some rebel forces, because I really don't want to stop using... Oh, okay. Alright, let's grab the units back. When I first got this account, or when I first logged in, I had to sort through all of these armies just to find the units I used. It took a bit, but because they weren't collected. So hold up, I'm just gonna, alright, right here. Let's collect my units and let's go back there real fast. Let's see, okay, it's right here anyway, so it's not gonna take long. Right here. And let's just face some more rebels because again, they're really awesome units. And when I finish this battle, I'll go through the stats and everything, and I'll shut off the video. So I'm sorry for not uploading earlier. I've had a bit of a crazy day today. I was just rather busy with life stuff. The quick shot cannot hit air, which is a small thing, but the other two attacks are able to hit it, so, you know, it's not really that big of a problem. Now, I really love the way this attack looks. Alright, it got a small, it lit that thing on, it lit a mega tank on fire, so I really like the way this attack looks. I mean, it just looks really awesome. I think the only other time we've seen a satellite attack was from, what was it, like Aurora's attack was like that from, what was that place called, like Ares 17? I can't remember anymore. It was a long time ago since that happened. You know, we really need to get some updates on the main storyline of Battle Nations. I'm tired of the Navy campaign and all that. I'm still gonna finish it, but I'm just saying in general. One thing that should be noted about these two attacks is that they both have the piercing damage type, meaning they're gonna suffer when being fired at tanks. So just pay attention to that. And okay, it's probably some bot added me in Steam, but whatever. I'm gonna have to block that. Anyway, let's get to these unit stats, and I'll be concluding the video. Let me just grab the units back again. Let's see. All right, didn't take too long to find this time. And here we go. Soldiers and all right, we'll start from the bottom to and get to the top. So the Killshot, or codename Killshot, comes pre-ranked at rank 6 as 330 hit points, 170 armor, 60 bravery, 80 defense, partial blocking, bonuses to offense, crit, and power. It resists 20% of explosive damage, 35% of piercing damage, 35% of cold damage, and 35% of fire damage. This unit also resists 60% of crushing damage. This is on its base health. Its armor resists 20% of explosive damage, 35% of piercing, cold, and fire, and 80% of crushing damage. The laser satellite has infinite ammo. The BN-80 sniper rifle has 2 ammo with an 8-turn reload on both attacks. The aerial particle beam does 389 to 390 explosive damage with a prep time of 2, cooldown of 8, 1 ammo use, 1 to 5 range, an indirect line of fire, 96 offense, 25% base crit, and a chance to light a unit on fire and a 50% chance to light a target on fire for 3 turns. The quick shot does 196 to 267 piercing damage for a cooldown of 2, 1 ammo used, 1 to 5 range, indirect line of fire, 86 offense, 20% base crit, 65% crit versus soldier, and 45% armor piercing. The aimed shot does 236 to 287 piercing damage with a cooldown of 2, 1 ammo used, 1 to 5 range, a precise line of fire, 111 offense, 25% base crit, 70% crit versus soldier, and 65% armor piercing. So now onto Deadshot. Hold up, I just want to check the resistances to make sure they're not exactly the same. No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, so the Deadshot has 350 hit points and 180 armor, leading up to 538 total HP with 60 bravery and 80 defense. This unit has partial blocking, has bonuses to offense, crit, and power. It resists 35% of explosive, cold, and fire damage, 60% of piercing damage, and 20% of crushing damage on its base health. And its armor resists 35% of explosive damage, 80% of piercing damage, 35% of cold and fire damage, and 20% of crushing on its armor. Its laser, satellite, and BN-80 sniper rifle have the same exact ammo as the Killshot. The area particle beam on this one does 312 to 423 explosive damage for prep time of 2, cooldown of 8, 1 ammo used, 1 to 5 range, and indirect line of fire, 101 offense, 25% base crit, and a 50% chance to light a unit on fire for 3 turns. The Quickshot does 211 to 287 piercing damage, so cooldown of 2, 1 ammo used, 1 to 5 range, indirect line of fire, 91 offense, 20% base crit, 65% cover soldier, and 45% armor piercing. The aim shot does 254 to 312 piercing damage for cooldown of 2, 1 ammo used, 1 to 5 range, precise line of fire, 116 offense, 25% base crit, 70% crit versus soldier, and 65% armor piercing. And now finally the Hellshot, which is my favorite just because of its design, has 375 hit points, 190 armor, leading up to a total of 565. Yeah, I read it right, okay. It has 60 bravery, 80 defense, partial blocking, bonuses to offense, crit, and power like the other few. It has 60% of explosive damage resistance. I'm sorry about that. 25% of piercing resistance and 40% resistance to cold, fire, and crushing damage types on its base health. Its armor is 75% of explosive damage, 25% of piercing damage, and 40% of cold, fire, and crushing on its armor. The ammo is still the same. The area particle beam on this one does 327 to 441 explosive damage for prep time 2, cooldown of 8, 1 ammo used, 1 to 5 range, indirect line of fire, 106 offense, 25% base crit, and a 50% chance to light a unit on target. Light a target on fire of 50% for 3 turns. The quick shot does 221 to 302 piercing damage for cooldown of 2, 1 ammo used, 1 to 5 range, indirect line of fire, 96 offense, 20% base crit, 65% courage soldier, and 45% armor piercing. They all seem to have the same statistics beyond the damage, so the aim shot does 267 to 325 piercing damage for cooldown of 2, 1 to ammo used, 1 to 5 range, precise line of fire, 121 offense, 25% base crit, 70% courage soldier, and 65% armor piercing. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is TheSpartan, and another huge thanks to Dodo Extra for letting me borrow their account. And I think that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This was TheSpartan, and goodbye.